the Spirit Sessions podcast. I'm your guide, Katie Silcox, bringing you your weekly self-love soundbite. Join us, where I'll help you find your true spiritual home, where every single aspect of you is holy ground, holy ground, holy ground, holy ground.
This is a Spirit Session podcast with Katie Silcox. Venga chicos, empezamos. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. All engine running. Liftoff. We have a liftoff.
Hi everyone, Katie here. This podcast is intended to inspire you, educate you, and most importantly, support you on your journey towards knowing who you really are, that inner self, that inner teacher. I am not a psychologist or a medical doctor and do not offer professional health or medical advice on this podcast. If you are suffering from any kind of psychological or medical issue, please do the right thing and seek help from your qualified health professional. Hi, everybody. Welcome to the show. It's your Ayurveda Gal Friday coming to you with all the hot takes. Y'all, how are y'all doing out there? I just want you all to know, dear listener, that I love you, that I'm with you, that I feel you, that I hope I get to meet all of you. And I know that I probably won't, but I just want to say this podcast has been such a really wonderful place to live and be. I often meet people in the world who tell me that they listen to the podcast and that it's meant something to them. And I just want you to know how much that means to me and how connected I feel to all of you, dear listeners. Today, I am recording this on November 12th and just offering up a heart of levity, of gratitude, of connection, of hope, of peace. To all of you listeners out there, I hope that all of you will consider being a part of our Ayurveda school that starts in January. I know you've probably heard me talk about it a lot, and I don't intend for this podcast to be a place of advertisement at all. I just want to get the word out that there's something really powerful happening. It's like a secret club that tends to attract the most amazing people. And the more I do this, we're going to be coming up on our 8th year for Shakti Schools Level 1. The more I realize that the school is a place for women to rest, to heal, and to learn that the only thing that we can really trust and the only thing that we're actually in control of is ourselves. And if you're out there listening and you're feeling like the world is a shaky place, some of our listeners feel that the world is a scary place. Some of our listeners feel that the world is a hopeful place and an exciting place. But no matter what you think about the world outside, the only real place of true strength, true stability, true power is inside you. And I'm 44 years old, and I can tell you the older I get, the more real it becomes. As you age, you start to realize and become somewhat wise and hip to the fact that you are the one in the driver's seat, that no one's coming to save you, that there ain't no Prince Charming. It's you, girl. It's you. And I want to hold counsel and space for women to be able to gather so they can rest, so they can laugh, so they can learn from their ancestors. And that's what we're doing over at the Shakti School, guys. It's starting really soon, in like 10 weeks. So you got to get in now. Don't doubt it. Run to the link in the show notes. Get in our secret club. I promise you, is a place that offers up 99% just complete goodness. I can't say 100 because we ain't perfect. Ain't nobody perfect till they go to Jesus, to quote my mama. All right, guys. So I've got a really fun podcast today. I'm in a good mood. Sun is shining. Weather is sweet, to quote Dr. Bob Marley. I read a hilarious article in The Cut about this. We all love like a dosha quiz, what mind body type am I? And I just love, there was like an explosion a few years ago of these online quizzes, like, what's your spirit animal? What character of Harry Potter do you most identify with? Like, and there was one in The Cut that was, are you a Silky, Crunchy, or Scrunchy mom? Okay, so I don't have any babies in this lifetime that have come out of my body, but as a very proud Bernedoodle mother and as the leader of a school that involves hundreds and hundreds of actual mothers, what I can tell you is that not all mamas are the same. And so like when I got my dog, I realized, oh my God, I would have been a total helicopter mom. And if you don't know what a helicopter mom is like the kind of mother that hover mother over her children and controls everything they do or wants to, and is like usually super worried and like stalking their every move on the playground to make sure they don't fall and die. And like, oh my God, I would have totally been that kind of mom. And I'm in a way like so amazed at all you moms out there that have children. Just how do you sleep at night when they get their driver's license? Like, I don't even get it, but y'all are to whom this podcast is dedicated. Now, if you're not a mom, it's okay. Today we're going to talk about what is a silky, crunchy, and scrunchy mom, but through the lens of what I see about the women who come to our school. And this includes women with children, single women, married women, women without kids. We get everybody. And we're going to talk about these categories. So in this magazine, The Cut, the first type of mom is the crunchy mom. And the crunchy mom is the mom that does everything, quote, perfect. Okay. Or she tries to, right? So she like makes her own homemade baby food and like wouldn't think about getting the jars of Gerber. She tries to get all of their clothes organic, and she, probably is like an attachment mommy, meaning she sleeps with her babies in the bed. And, that's all beautiful, right? Crunchy moms out there. Where are you at? But the shadow, because everything casts a shadow, everything. The shadow of the crunchy mom is that perfectionism, right? And not being in the world sometimes, not being in reality as it is, which sometimes isn't organic and isn't perfect. And, maybe your child needs a little bit of that kicking them out of the bedroom and letting them experience their individuality and not breastfeeding them until they're like on the soccer team, which is obviously not what's happening, but you guys feel me, right? And so when we're a crunchy mom, we have to find that balance, right? Between doing everything perfect and organic and loosening the reins and letting the kids, maybe eat an airhead on Halloween. And then there's the silky mom. I think it's not a coincidence that my name is Katie Silcox. Silky moms are not perfect. They are a little bit more like kind of like lioness energy. It's like they're the queens of the castle, but they want support, right? They are silky, meaning they slip in and out easily of their child's life. They may have their own job. They may hire daycare or have a nanny. And, you can already feel, are you judging the crunchy mom? Are you judging the silky mom? And guess who gets all the judgment? The moms, right? And the silky mom might like give her kid an iPad and let the kid play with it all day and sort of let the TV babysit them and put them in lots and lots and lots and lots of extracurricular activities and get them a tutor. And obviously this might cost a little bit more money, but the silky mom, the beauty of the silky mom. Also, I gave her another name, which is the butterfly mother. The butterfly mother is like flitting in and out of the child's life. Now, from an attachment perspective, when they're really little, you want more attachment. But as they grow, the child needs to be the butterfly flitting away and coming back, Well, sometimes the mom does that, right? And so Silky mom slipping in and out, the butterfly mom flitting in and out. The beauty of that mom is she shows the child what it looks like to have a life, to have an art, to have a creativity, to have a job, to have a role in the world, right? That's not just her kid. Y'all feel me? We got the Scrunchy who's always there. We got the Silky who's in and out, but providing this amazing sort of Artemis energy. And then we've got the third, which is the Scrunchy mom. And the Scrunchy mom is a combo of the Silky and the Scrunchy. Scrunchy mom, she wants her kids to eat organic. The Silky mom may give her children all the treats they want from the grocery store, right? The Scrunchy mom understands that. Yeah, we're going to eat mostly organic. Yeah, I want them to eat their veggies. But you know what? No one's going to die if they eat a Happy Meal. And guess what? The Scrunchy mom understands that she doesn't let her children engage in, TikTok, which may or may not be great, but then they're going to go to their friend's house and do it, or they're going to feel left out. They're going to be the weird kid that never got to have an iPhone until you went to college, right? And so the Scrunchy mom, we can say, is the medium balance between the Silky and the Scrunchy. I hope you can feel there's no judgment. There's a shadow side to everything. The shadow side to the Scrunchy mom is choose a lane, right? Which one are you? Are you this? Are you that? And there can be some sort of ambivalence to her principles. What do you stand for? The Silky mom and the Scrunchy mom, they stand for something. The Scrunchy mom might be kind of in between two worlds. So the point of all this, you guys, is I see this playing out in Ayurveda school with the women that come here. We've got the Scrunchy Ayurveda girls. And you guys know who you are, right? This is the people that come to Ayurveda school that really want to get it all perfect. They want to get all the herbs from India. They want to learn all the Charaka Samhita from thousands of years ago. They want tradition, tradition, tradition. They want nothing to do with Western medicine. They want nothing to do with anything new. They want the old school way. And guess what? That's freaking awesome. These are the people that go on to be many of the teachers in our school that have got this amazing traditional bent towards Ayurvedic medicine. And then, of course, there's the shadow side to that, which is what I call Ayurveda fundamentalism, where you are just trying to get it so perfect and you're trying to live by the ancient code so strictly that you miss out on what this code actually says, which is make sure to adapt your methodologies for this moment and for who you are and for your ancestors and the country you live in and the plants that are in your backyard and the relationships that you have today. The women that come out of our school that become amazing Ayurveda health coaches, when they're super, super, super crunchy, they may not be able to really connect to the audience and to their clients who've never heard of this stuff. And it goes right over their head. But the beauty of the Scrunchy Ayurveda gal is that she lives so in tune with nature and her rhythms. Then you've got the Silky Ayurveda gal. That's definitely more like yours truly. The Silky Ayurveda gal is oh God, it feels so good to get a pedicure, and the healthy pedicure polish doesn't look as good as the really crappy chemical one that gets into your bladder immediately. The Silky Ayurveda gal loves Ayurveda with all her heart. And she wants to eat a hamburger, drink a martini, go out dancing in high heels, and yes, get it wrong. She wants to do that because she likes doing that, and it brings her pleasure. And all those things mess up her little toes, mess up her digestion, and mess up her sleep. And she knows she's going to have to pay for it the next day. The Silky Ayurveda lady also likes modern technology and biohacking and going to the spa and getting the latest facial treatment, or yes, even some of us, lip injections or Botox, which has a shadow side. And we've talked about that on the podcast. The Silky Ayurveda gal loves natural living. She loves beauty. She loves pleasure. And she doesn't want to be held in a box by ancient traditions. Y'all feeling it out there? And then you've got that in between, and that's the Scrunchy. The Scrunchy Ayurveda gal understands balance. She understands that the 80-20 rule, that 80% of the time we live by the book, we do our routines, we eat correctly, we spice our foods, we understand our dosha, our mind-body type, and that 20% of the time we might, go to an all-night dance party or indulge in our favorite little treat. Now, it may sound like, oh, the Scrunchy Ayurveda gal is the one we want to be, and maybe that's true. I think there's something correct about the Buddhist doctrine that says the middle path is the best one. But even the middle path has a shadow side. And that is that when we are truly obsessed with living in harmony, we miss out on the archetypal living of the passionate gods. And we may be a little bit boring. So every now and then we need to become mad with an idea. We need to become passionate about something. And in passion, there is always imbalance. It's the essence of Rajas, this Ayurvedic principle of change and mess. We need to get messy. We need to fall down so that we can learn the part of us that can bring us up. What's so cool is that you probably identify with one of those or a few or see yourself in all three of them. And when I speak about these things, and I read that article about Scrunchy Crunchy and Silky Mom, I identified myself in every one of those categories. Inside me lives a Scrunchy, a Crunchy, and a Silky. Just as inside me lives a fiery, airy, and earthy, watery human. We are always a combination of all the elements. I believe that a truly powerful woman is the one who has explored 360 degrees of who she is. Her up, her down, her left, her right, her light, her dark, her fiery nature, her watery nature, her earthy nature, her spacious nature, and her airy nature. And if you're like, what the heck is that? I want to sincerely, with all my heart, invite you to come be with us this year. Let January 2025 be a remarkable inner revolution. Let January 2025 be the month and the year where you proclaim and claim and stand in your true power, cutting the cords that are not helpful, cutting the cords that do not feed you on the highest level. We're going to be with you in it. We're in that endeavor. We are going to hold you in it, and we are going to teach you the ancient methodologies for doing just that, for feeding what is healing and strengthening you as a woman, and removing and rebuking and cutting out with great love and affection and gratitude all of the things from 2024 and beyond, not just yours, girlfriend, but everyone in your lineage. Cutting that out. If you don't know what I'm talking about, go watch this really great movie. You don't have to watch the whole thing, although you should, because it's freaking hilarious. And that is a movie called Tommy Boy with Chris Farley. And in that movie, there's a scene where he puts on a teeny tiny coat. Some of y'all who are like 80s babies are getting the reference. I'm dating myself right now, but if you're a 20-year-old and you haven't seen Tommy Boy, you need to run and don't walk. And in that movie, he's quite a large man, and he is a fat guy in a very little coat. And I think that often happens, that we have grown big. We are growing big, and we're trying to stick our arms in a coat that's too small. It doesn't even match. It's not even fall 2025 color scheme, y'all. It's like 1998 called, and they want your personality back. Y'all know what I'm saying? Like, we love the 1998 you, but she can't run the show. Y'all feel me? And like, this time on the planet, the yogis called the Kali Yuga. They called this, y'all. And not just the Indians. The wise woman and the wise man all over the planet knew the technological age was going to come, the electrical age was going to come, the artificial intelligence age was going to come, and there's cool shit that has to do with that. But they knew this era is the time where it feels like, where the perception of darkness is so clear. It's right in your face. What are you going to do with it? And the celebration I want to bring to you in 2025 is that the more you see it, the more you can free yourself from it. And in this lifetime, my aspiration as a human woman, as a human being, is this. May I be free, and may I know the real meaning of true freedom. And I hope you'll be there with me, because I can't do it by myself, and neither can you. And that's why we've got a home. The Shakti School is a place to be and to belong. And if you want to talk to a real human, you know the deal. We've got coaches that will speak to you. Follow me on Instagram, Facebook. Tell me if you're a Scrunchy, Crunchy, or Ayurveda gal. All right, loves, have a wonderful day, a wonderful fall, and a powerful full moon. A big special thanks to Kevin Carlisle of Goodbye Gemini, who wrote this beautiful podcast music, and to DJ Juan Pablo Jimenez in southern Spain for mixing it and making it magic.